Picture this. You're seated across from your crush, sipping coffee or sharing a meal on your first date. You're nervous but excited to see where this is going. But did you know there's actually an important step you forgot to take that will determine whether or not this ends in heartbreak? You see, most people dive headfirst into relationships once they find someone they like. However, having a clear vision of the kind of person you want to be with and how you want that relationship to unfold is essential to intentional dating. Of course, we differ in our individual preferences, like what features we find attractive or whether we value a sense of humor more than intelligence, etc. But psychology has more or less already cracked the code on what qualities make a great partner. So, with that said, here are 7 signs you've found a keeper on the first date, according to experts. Mutual attraction. The spark. Although this might seem like a no-brainer, you'd be surprised at how many people continue to date someone even though they don't feel a strong attraction to them. If you don't have good chemistry with someone from the start, it's like trying to light a fire with damp wood. Sure, you might get a flicker here and there, but it's never going to ignite into the roaring blaze you're craving. If you're wondering about signs of attraction, we have plenty of videos to help you, like 4 signs of mutual attraction and 6 signs of unspoken attraction. Availability. Ever felt like someone you're into is just out of reach? Whether it's distance, busy schedules, or emotional baggage, sometimes the timing just isn't right. No matter how strongly you might feel for them, it's better to be honest with yourself about whether the two of you are ready, or even capable, of investing your time, energy, and emotions into making a relationship work. It's not about giving up or settling. It's about being realistic and respecting both of your needs. Trust that things will align when the time is right, and keep your heart open to the possibilities that lie ahead. Clear intentions. Being stuck in a situationship with someone who won't lay their cards on the table can feel a lot like wandering through a foggy maze, unsure of where you stand with each other. You're constantly second-guessing yourself and unable to move forward confidently. A good partner communicates openly and is clear about their intentions from the start. Is this a date? Are you in a relationship? What are their feelings for you? Where is this going? A good partner will be willing to talk about all of this openly, giving you a sense of direction so you're not left stumbling in the dark all alone. Genuine interest. Ever been on a date where it feels like you're talking to a wall? A good partner will likely be the opposite. They'll show genuine interest in what you have to say, ask thoughtful questions, and remember things you've told them. They're attentive and engaged in your conversations, which is a good sign that they're invested in getting to know you and bodes well for the future of your relationship. Consideration and kindness. Respect is key in any relationship, and it starts from day one. A good way to gauge this is by looking at how considerate someone is when making plans with you. Not only will they take into account your time and availability, but they'll also show up when they say they'll show up. If they can't, they'll tell you right away. They don't ghost you, they don't expect you to follow along with everything they want, and they respect your boundaries. They won't pressure you into doing anything you're uncomfortable with, and they take your opinions and preferences into consideration. Authenticity. A good partner is honest and open about themselves. They're authentic and don't feel the need to put on a show or pretend to be someone they're not. Be wary of any inconsistencies or red flags that may indicate your date isn't being genuine. Do you get the feeling they're hiding something? Do they avoid questions or quickly change the topic? Trust your instincts. If something feels off or too good to be true, don't ignore it. Positive alignment. Finally, but perhaps most importantly, look for a partner who makes you feel good when you're with them. They're fun and easy to talk to, and they make you feel good about yourself. Being positively aligned with someone is important for a healthy and fulfilling relationship. It means you share a strong emotional connection and they bring out the best in you. This doesn't mean they'll be a perfect match for you, especially not right from the start. But if being with them leaves you smiling, laughing and feeling light-hearted, like you're right where you're meant to be, well, that's the kind of magic you don't want to let slip away. While it's important to be mindful of these signs, also allow yourself to enjoy the moment and have fun getting to know each other. Trust yourself, trust the process, and above all, trust in the possibility of love finding its way to you. So, what's one sign you've noticed on a first date that made you think this person might just be the one? Share your stories in the comments down below. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to our channel for more insightful psychology content on relationships, like 6 things to know about your crush before dating and 7 signs someone is too into you. In the world of dating, it's easy to get caught up in the red flags, the warnings, the deal breakers, the signs that something isn't right. But how often do we stop and think about the green flags? These are the subtle, sometimes overlooked signals that tell you someone might be worth investing your time, energy, and heart into. In a world where negativity often grabs our attention, focusing on the positives can be a game changer in your dating journey. Picture this. You meet someone, and while the conversation flows, you notice how they listen, not just with their ears, but with their eyes and body language. They genuinely want to understand you, not just respond to you. This is a green flag. Listening with intent shows emotional maturity, a quality so essential, yet often undervalued in relationships. It's in the way they ask questions, the follow-ups that show they remembered what you said, the respect they give to your thoughts and opinions. Another green flag is how they handle conflict, not with rage, defensiveness, or silent treatment, but with a calm, solution-oriented mindset. Pay attention to their reaction when plans change unexpectedly or when a slight misunderstanding occurs. If they respond with patience, kindness, and an eagerness to resolve things without escalating drama, you've found someone who values harmony over ego. This is the foundation of a stable, healthy relationship. Think about the way they talk about others, whether it's an ex, a colleague, or even a stranger who annoyed them in traffic. If their words reflect kindness and understanding, rather than bitterness and blame, it says a lot about their character. A person who avoids unnecessary negativity and refuses to let resentment dictate their narrative is someone who brings peace into your life, not chaos. Look at how they treat people who can't do anything for them. Do they show kindness to the waiter? Are they respectful to the cashier at the store? These small interactions are windows into a person's true nature. Someone who treats everyone with dignity and respect is someone who understands the value of human connection, no matter the circumstance. Then there's the way they talk about their own life, their dreams, passions, and goals. A green flag shines brightly when someone has a sense of purpose and is actively pursuing it, even if they're not where they want to be yet. It shows they're driven, resilient, and determined, but more importantly, they share these ambitions with you, not to brag, but to invite you into their world. They want to inspire and be inspired, to grow together, not compete or overshadow. Perhaps one of the most underrated green flags is vulnerability. When someone isn't afraid to share their fears, their past, or their weaknesses, it shows they trust you. Vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's a strength. It's a sign they're not playing games or hiding behind a facade. They're showing you who they truly are, and they're inviting you to do the same. Real connections are built on this kind of honesty. And don't forget about their sense of humor, how they make you laugh, yes, but also how they laugh at themselves. Someone who can take life seriously, but still find joy in the little moments, who can laugh off their own mistakes without spiraling into insecurity, brings lightness to a relationship. This kind of person reminds you that love doesn't have to be heavy all the time. It can be playful, refreshing, and full of joy. Lastly, watch how they respect your boundaries. Whether it's physical, emotional, or even just needing time to yourself, someone who honors your limits without pressuring you or making you feel guilty is showing you that they value your comfort and individuality. They understand that love isn't about control or conformity. It's about two whole people coming together, not two halves trying to complete each other. When you find these green flags, don't overlook them. Don't dismiss them as the bare minimum, because in today's world, they're not as common as you'd think. Celebrate them, nurture them, and most importantly, reciprocate them. The best relationships aren't one-sided. They're built on mutual respect, understanding, and a shared commitment to growth. Hope you got home safe. Hope you got home safe carries an underlying sweetness. It's her way of showing care and planting the seed for your next interaction. When you get one of these texts, don't overlook it. Reply, engage, and show her you're just as interested. These little afterthoughts are her way of saying, "I'm thinking about you." And if she's doing that, she's clearly hoping for more moments with you. Fun chats. Have you ever started a conversation with her about something as ordinary as the weather, only for it to take a sudden exciting twist? Before you know it, you're laughing about quirky childhood memories or dreaming up outrageous what-if scenarios. That conversation shift is not by chance. It's her playful way of saying, "Hey, I love talking to you, and I want this moment to be something we both remember." A girl who's genuinely interested in you will often steer even the most mundane topics into vibrant, fun-filled exchanges. It's like she sprinkles a bit of her magic into every interaction, turning dull moments into something that lifts your spirits. Whether it's cracking jokes, sharing hilarious stories, or finding joy in the little things, she's making a real effort to create a connection that feels light-hearted and energetic. These fun chats go beyond cracking jokes. They're her way of showing that she enjoys who you are and wants to get closer. If she's firing witty comebacks, laughing at your puns, or playfully challenging you to ridiculous debates, she's not just looking for a good conversation. She's looking for you to be a bright part of her day. When the tone of a conversation changes from bland to lively, take a moment to appreciate it. She's putting in the effort to turn a simple chat into an adventure, and she wouldn't do that if she wasn't thoroughly enjoying your presence. If the playful detours are plenty, you've definitely caught her attention in her heart. Minty hints. Have you ever noticed her subtly reaching for a stick of gum or a mint right before she starts talking to you? At first glance, it might seem like no big deal, just a quick refresh. But here's the secret. There's often more to this innocent gesture than meets the eye. When a girl likes you, even the smallest details carry meaning, and her quest for minty freshness is a soft, almost magical whisper of her intentions. Think about it. She's making sure she's prepared for an up-close and personal moment, even if she's not ready to say it out loud. It's like her way of anticipating that the conversation between you might need to draw her closer to you, both physically and emotionally. That gentle whiff of spearmint or peppermint isn't just about etiquette. It's her subconscious way of saying, "I want you to notice me. I'm ready to connect." This isn't just about breath. It's about presentation, about thoughtfulness. She's paying attention to the details because she's invested in how she comes across to you. Maybe she's dreaming of leaning in during a particularly funny joke, or even imagining a moment where your worlds feel just a little more intertwined. The next time you catch that delightful minty breeze floating your way, don't dismiss it. That fresh, crisp scent might just be the sweetest, most subtle signal she's giving you to say, "I'm here for this, for us, and ready for what comes next. Romantic, absolutely. Deliberate, without a doubt. Have you noticed that after a meet-up, whether it's a casual coffee, a group hangout, or even a quick chat at work, your phone lights up with a text from her? Something like, "That was so much fun," or "We should totally do that again soon." These messages may seem simple on the surface, but trust me, they're anything but. This is her gentle way of keeping the connection alive, even after the moment has passed. After hangout texts are like little romantic breadcrumbs leading you back to shared laughter, meaningful conversations, and hints of something deeper. She isn't just being polite. It's her way of extending the magic beyond the time you've spent together. By sending that text, she's telling you, "I enjoy being around you, and I'd love more moments like this." Think about it. Out of everyone she could message, it's you she's choosing to reach out to. She's reminiscing about your time together, reliving the smiles and warm vibes in her mind, and she wants to see if you're on the same page. Even a small follow-up text can speak volumes about her feelings. Picture this. She leans in slightly as you're talking, like she's drawn closer by some invisible force. Or maybe she finds excuses to sit beside you, squeezing into shared spaces that make your hearts feel just a little more aligned. It's her subtle way of testing the waters, quietly closing the distance to see if you notice her. Better yet, if she feels it's mutual. This isn't just ordinary closeness, it's magnetic. By stepping into your orbit, she's letting you know that she feels safe and genuinely enjoys being in your presence.